Welcome to Shine Movement Space. In today's class, we are using a reformer at-home system to activate the back body. We'll start targeting our posture muscles, then challenge our glutes and hamstrings, and as always, our abdominals will work to help stabilize us throughout. I hope this class leaves you feeling mobile and recharged. Find yourself a place to anchor your bands, and let's get moving and shine together. Hello, thanks so much for joining me. We are using a reformer at-home system today. We're putting one strap around one wrist, so I have this around my right wrist. You can also hold it in the palm of your hand, but for this exercise, I like to keep it around my wrist, and I'm going to do the same with the opposite ankle. So on my left foot, I'm putting that strap around my ankle. Just stays a little more secure for this routine that way. We start with our legs extended out in front of us and then find yourself right on top of those sitting bones. Reach your arms. Inhale nice and tall on those sitting bones. I'm going to be facing away from you as I lift the opposite arm, my left arm up and open. And then I rotate back to center. So my shoulders go with it. I inhale, my arm reaches up and open. Exhale, come on back to center. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more, getting the spine moving. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. From here, arms are reaching forward. You're going to keep those palms facing each other at the moment. Just open the arms wide to a V and we close them center. Opening them wide, our abdominals are pulled towards our spine. We have energy reaching through the crown of our head. And we're only going as far as we can keep that rib to hip connection, so we're not pushing it and arching our back here. Shoulders roll down and back, pressing with the back of our arm. Exhale to open. Inhale, close center. I want you to really feel both sitting bones grounded on the mat. So as you open side, you might feel your obliques fire on just a little bit, and maybe your hip wants to move as the arm opens side. Really try to stay nice and even through your middle. Two more here. And one more. Very nice. We're going to separate those arms once more and then rotate the palms to face the back. I need to help myself with that band or on my wrist here. You're going to exhale, press the arms back on a diagonal and pull them forward. Exhale and inhale. Good, so you're pressing back. I want you to feel, you can obviously feel the tricep fire on a little bit on this band side, but I want you to try to mimic that feeling in the opposite arm. Can you still fire on both sides of your body? Stay nice and centered. Exhale, press it back. Pull it forward. A few more here. Exhale. And inhale on the next one. Exhale, press it back. Hold it back, little pulse. Good, little exhales with that pulse. You have 8, 7, shoulders even, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Arms reach forward here. You can grab a little higher on that band. You're going to inhale here. You're nice and tall on your sitting bones. On the exhale, you're going to pull that band elbow back, rotating your shoulders. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, back to center. Ground through your sitting bones here. Make sure those hips don't shift with you. If your legs are moving, really anchor through your heels, anchor through your sitting bones, lift up out of your pelvis and rotate just that upper body. I know it's a lot to think about, so find what resonates with you. and then move through the rest. You're going to figure it out a little bit inside your body as you keep practicing Pilates. Exhale and inhale, firing on those oblique muscles a little bit more. Exhale and inhale. Let's do 2 more here. Exhale and inhale, and 1 more. Exhale and reach it forward. Extend that arm long again. You're going to inhale here. On the exhale, you're going to roll back off of those sitting bones just slightly. Inhale, you're going to think abdominals scoop in and up towards your spine, and then you stack back tall on top of the sitting bones. Exhale, curl on back and stack back tall. So we're not going to that full roll down quite yet. We're just rolling, articulating through the spine, rounding backwards and rolling up, thinking that the abdominals are trying to press in and lift up to support the spine here. On the next one, we stay behind our sitting bones. You bend your knees here. We're going to find a little bicep curl here. Exhaling to bend, inhale to straighten. Try to make sure that those shoulders are nice and even as well. I know that when I look at the camera, I'm not doing the proper form, so you want to look straight ahead if you can. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. So the higher you lift your elbows, if they're more in line with your shoulders, the more tension you'll feel. Find a place that feels good for you today. Challenging but manageable. And let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Good. You're going to float the left leg or the band leg up to tabletop here now. Your arms are staying reach forward. We feel tension on that band. You curl a little further down your spine to maybe the tip of your shoulder blades. Your leg extends. And then you scoop a little deeper. Roll on up. Curl back. Pulling the abdominals towards the spine. Roll on up. You want to try to keep your shoulders open as well. So mine wanted to pull inside and kind of round inwards. I'm thinking of a nice open chest. Rounding, yes, backwards through the spine, but not crunching inwards with my shoulders. Again, a lot to think about. Find what works for you. Exhale to scoop it up. You have 2 more here. And you have 1 more. Very nice. You can set that foot on the floor. We're going to roll all the way down towards our back now. Even out your shoulders here. And then step your feet just a little bit closer to your bum. Inhale here. This arm is going to stay planted onto the mat, but I really want to make sure that that other shoulder isn't popping up and this one pulling down. So the work comes from keeping the shoulders nice and even here. If you cannot maintain this, then scoot just a little closer to your anchor. That's perfectly fine. Inhale here. Exhale, you press down through your heels. You lift the pelvis straight up towards the ceiling to a shoulder bridge. Inhale, we lower down. Exhale, we lift. Good, you're pressing through your heels and pressing straight up towards your bridge. Glutes are helping from underneath. Nice and stable through our core here. So not arching the spine at the top, finding that rib to hip connection. We lift and lower with control. We lift and lower. and lower. A few more. Good. If you'd like to add on here, we lift. You can lift that band leg up to a tabletop position. Lower and lower your bum. That's one option. Lift the leg. You try to keep those hips even. You lower and lower, or you can keep those hips up. Hold the leg and just lower and lift. Little tap of the toes. Really making sure that those both hips stay even here. And the last bit of this, if you'd like to try, you pick what works for you. You can leave the leg lifted, straighten, and bend that knee in. And bend. Good. Lengthen and bend. Few more, whatever you're choosing today. 2 more. Whew. And 1 more. Good. Let the foot find the floor. Let the bum find the floor. Widen those feet a little bit. Sway your knees side to side. Taking a little breath here. And then when you're ready, maybe the neck goes with it. That feels nice on my body right now. When you're ready, come back to center. Let's reset. We're going to extend our legs long. We inhale here. We exhale. You nod your chin towards your chest. Start to roll up through the abdominals. Inhale at the top. Exhale, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. We just have a few of these here. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders slide down, neck, chin tips towards your chest. Oh, sorry, I lost my words. Inhale at the top. Exhale, rounding backwards, all the way down. Last one here, inhale. Exhale, nod chin to chest, abdominals, curl towards the spine. You try to roll right up through that spine. Inhale at the top here. Let's take a little forward fold. Nice little stretch for a moment. And then we're going to switch sides and do it all on the other side. Take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, start to take that band off your wrist and off your foot. And let's get going on to the next side. We know what we're doing here. So we start with our legs nice and extended. We're going to start with a few rotations again through the spine. We inhale nice and tall on our sitting bones. Hips are nice and straight, facing right towards that anchor of the spine. We inhale, arms open side, and then closes back to center. So we open, the shoulders rotate, then they close back towards that anchor. Just a few here. Inhale. Enjoying this movement through our spine. So good to move the vertebrae and the spinal column in directions that we may not normally do throughout our workday or throughout our day in general. Inhale, stack yourself nice and tall on those sitting bones. You're going to open the arms to this V position and close them back in. Exhale to open and inhale to close. Exhale, pressing with the back of the arm open and close. Palms are facing each other, shoulders face that anchor. Our hip bones are nice and grounded in the mat. And we're coming tall through our spine. So we're not sinking backwards, lengthening. Nice, tall, open heart, open chest. And center, a few more here. And center. Let's do one more. Good, open those arms to that V position, rotate your palms to the back wall, and then press them back and forward. I automatically feel some tension in the side of my neck that the band is on. So I want you to nod your head no if your neck starts to take any tension. Really focusing on the back of that arm. And like I said before, I want you to really think about that arm that does not have the strap on it. Feel it working for you, even though it doesn't have that resistance. So the resistance automatically makes the muscle, the tricep, fire on. But you can fire it on with the arm that's not in the strap as well. And forward. Two more. Shoulders face that anchor. One more. We hold it back. Little pulse. Back and back. Little exhale. Very nice. You're almost done. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring those arms forward. Shoulders roll. You can grab a little higher on that band. Inhale here. Exhale, we rotate away. Or exhale, we pull our elbow back. We rotate our shoulders. And inhale forward. So I want you to think the shoulders rotate, not just the arm pulling. Exhale and inhale, center. That's going to really fire on those obliques. Exhale, rotate. And inhale, center. Hips are grounded again, so our leg isn't rotating with us. Nice and still through the lower body. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. We have a few more here. Exhale. Inhale, center. And center. 2 more. And last one. Very nice. Let go of the band. Roll your shoulders if you need to. We exhale, we curl back off of our sitting bones. We feel that rib and hip connection here. We scoop abdominals in towards our spine and lift up through the pelvic floor to come back up. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale here, where are your shoulders? Mine need to roll open just a little bit here, keeping my ribs closed, and stack back up. And roll it up. And then on the next one, we stay down. We pause here, we feel solid in our core, we bend our knees. Exhale, bicep curl. Feeling stable through the pelvis, so I need to make sure my hips aren't shifting. Bicep curl. Again, you can try to really feel that bicep of the arm that's not in the band working as well. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale, a few more like this. Let's do 2 more here. And 1 more. Extend the arms. You're going to reach the arms forward, shoulders roll down and back. We raise the band leg up to tabletop. From here, we curl deeper, we roll to the tips of our shoulder blades, extend the leg, exhale, bend the knee, scoop and roll up to just that behind your sitting bones position here. So you're not coming all the way up to a full seated position. You're kind of in that boat feeling, rolling back, reaching up, using those abdominals as well as this hip flexor here. And up. Few more. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Very nice. Both feet can find the floor. We're rolling all the way down. Good. Shoulders are nice and even. Step your feet a little bit closer to your bum. Ground your pelvis once more before you move. Set yourself up for success. Inhale here. Exhale, we lift to that shoulder bridge. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. So we want to find that diagonal line at the top. Straight through the body and not broken by arching the spine. So it might not be your full range of motion, but we're really working for that stability here by keeping it nice and controlled. Few more here. Good. You can keep your own tempo. And I'm going to walk us through the next series. You choose what is best for your body as always. If you'd like, you can raise the hips up. You can lift the band leg to 90, lower the foot, and then lower the hips. So 4 parts here. You lift the hips, you lift the leg, you lower the foot, and lower the hips. Exhale to lift, and lift the leg, lower, and lower, really being sure that those hips stay even here. So not letting them shift and dip side to side. If you want a little bit more, you lift it up, you keep it up and just tap the leg down and up and down. So you're kind of tapping the toes. I don't want you to think of folding the toes in, but rather keeping that shape of the leg and lifting. Whew. This side is burning for me. Lower and lift. And that last piece of the puzzle, if you want to try, you extend and bend. Extend and bend. Whew. Extend and bend. You have 3 more. 2 more. Feeling it on 1 more. Whew. Lower with control. Lower the hips. Step your feet wide. Sway the hips side to side. Take a well-deserved breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. If it feels good to involve the spine a little bit, feel free to do that. And then let's come back to the center. Extend the legs long. We have just a few roll-ups and then we're done, my friends. So we inhale here, shoulders are rolled down. Exhale, we tip chin to chest, scooping abdominals towards the spine, really stacking up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll off of the sitting bones. Think about laying the vertebrae down one at a time. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, nod chin to chest. Slide the shoulders down, reach, scooping forward. The band helps a little bit as we come up. Inhale. Exhale, rolling back. Feels good at the end of class to realign the spine. Try to keep those shoulders straight. Inhale, last one. Exhale, scoop it up. Sitting tall here. And then you can grab that band, forward fold. If it feels good, shake it out. And when you're ready, stack your spine. Go ahead and take that band off your wrist and off your ankle. You are free. If your hips are feeling that work we did, you can take a nice stretch through your hips, kind of finding a Z position here. Rotate. It's going to open through that hip flexor a little bit and also rotate the spine. A few breaths there. And we can try the other side. So we switch our legs over, we open the legs, rotate your spine, and then also press that hip forward, stretching that hip. Few breaths here. And when you're ready, come back to center, cross your legs, sit comfortably. And we're going to inhale, scoop up all the good energy you just created. Exhale, bring it to your heart. You can close your eyes if it feels right for you. Inhale, feel your heart beating. Thank yourself for doing this video today, for taking the time out of your day to make space for you. Inhale, exhale, shine that energy forward. Roll your shoulders. I thank you as well. I hope you enjoyed this class today. And if you did, I really would appreciate a little like, subscribe, a nice encouraging comment. It goes a long way for me to just, encourage me to keep going with these videos. So I do appreciate each and every one. If you did like this video, one more tip: in the description, there are going to be some linked videos. They are complimentary to this class we did today. So be sure and give the video a save so you can come back to those or repeat them kind of all throughout the week as I place them in the description. Okay, that's all for my chat today. Above all, I really hope that you take that good energy you created, shine it forward into the rest of your day, and I hope to see you again. Bye. Sincere thanks to you, my friend, for being an important part of the beginning of this channel. Every view, thumbs up, subscribe, and encouraging comment increases connection and really does help this space to grow. Please consider following if you haven't already. I appreciate your support and I hope you'll join me again.